This is Adelaide's FIVEAA.
Mostly sunny this afternoon, 24, with the 3 o'clock news. I'm Michaela Kamarek. The state's emergency services are bracing for a surge in floodwaters from the eastern states down the River Murray. The riverland could be inundated with up to 120 gigalitres of water per day from early December. SES Chief Chris Beattie says locals should be prepared.
Certainly for the low-lying shack areas, it's very certain that they will see more shacks flooded, and we'll continue to see low-lying roads and other infrastructure impacted. In terms of the towns themselves, at this stage, we're not forecasting any impacts.
While in the north of the state there are road closures due to heavy rainfall and flooding. Since 9 a.m. yesterday, Woomera has recorded 74 mils, the town's highest recorded rainfall total for October on record. Mandatory COVID vaccination for SA's key workers will come to an end next month. Ambulance officers and health, aged and disability care workers won't be required to have the jab from November 24. Chief Health Officer Professor Nicola Spurrier says the state's in a good place to make the changes, but warns individual businesses can choose to have a mandate if they wish. The jury has retired in the rape trial of former political staffer Bruce Lerman. The Chief Justice has delivered her final summary and 12 jurors will now deliberate over the verdict. Mr Lerman has pleaded not guilty to sexually assaulting Brittany Higgins at Parliament House. Next Tuesday's federal budget is expected to show power prices could spike by at least 20% next year. The cost of electricity has already increased by an average of $300 since April this year. Treasury is reworking Australia's inflation forecast, with power prices the biggest drain on the cost of living. Business groups are urging Labor not to rush changes to workplace laws. New rules are being considered which could give unions greater power to negotiate pay deals. The federal government believes its proposed legislation would increase wages, but Australian Chamber of Commerce and Industry Chief Executive Andrew McKellar says that's not necessarily the case.
We need to ensure that we don't end up with a situation where, it opens the door to more industrial disputation or strikes, or it ends up costing jobs in the future. So that's what we've got to avoid.
The federal opposition is pushing for laws to be tightened amid concern China is trying to recruit Australian and UK pilots. Current and former defence pilots are being offered around $500,000 to help train the Chinese military. Defence has launched an urgent investigation into the matter. Liberal leader Peter Dutton says if the government needs to strengthen legislation, the opposition will support the move.
In the current environment where the government says that we are living in a more uncertain, or at least the most uncertain time since the Second World War, we can't allow our secrets and our methodologies to be handed over to another country.
Now turning to FIVEAA Sport, the Premier believes it would be a huge mistake for the AFL to play a proposed magic round in New South Wales. The league is toying with the idea of playing a full round of matches in one state to help showcase the game. South Australia is desperate to host a round, but it's understood the league is leaning towards New South Wales. Peter Malinowska says it wouldn't be a great look.
Well, these guys can't get half a stadium full for a run-of-the-mill NRL match, let alone an AFL match. I mean, and I said this to Gil McLaughlin, I said, look, if this goes to Sydney, people are going to turn on their television sets and they're going to see 600 people at, the Western Sydney ground watching Freo versus Brisbane.
Ross Lyon continues to weigh up a return to AFL senior coaching ranks after meeting with St Kilda multiple times this week, and Tasmania has beaten SA by 7 wickets in the Sheffield Shield match at Adelaide Oval. Now checking FIVEAA traffic.
At McGill, look out for urgent electricity works there. Penfold Road near McGill Road. Got a lane out of action today. Angle Park, it's down to 40 k's. That's South Road near Katina Street. Busy right now. South Road as you're driving through Mile End. Also Tapley's Hill Road, Ackland Elk North getting busy. I've got cameras Hamilton Road, Fairview Park and Military Road at West Beach. For a limited time, take advantage of exceptional offers on select Mercedes-Benz demonstrators. Shop in-store or online. Conditions and exclusions apply. Ends October 31. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on FIVEAA.
Now the FIVEAA forecast.
Beaumont Tiles have Aussie-made floor tiles priced from a crazy $17.95. Only at Beaumont Tiles.
Mostly sunny this afternoon, 24. A possible shower tomorrow, 23. Friday, a possible shower, 22. And Saturday, showers increasing and 25. Right now, it's 24 degrees. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News Tonight.
See the chaotic aftermath of a Davern Park street fight. The teen girls who smashed into a Theberton restaurant and the moment their luck ran out. Inside the Housing Trust property left to rot amid our rental crisis. How a few extra kilos ups the chances of a knee replacement. And a decision looms on the AFL Magic Round. SA the front runner. I'm Brenton Raglas. The full story on 9 News tonight at 6.
Jade Robran on 1395, Adelaide's 5AA.
Hello, welcome to Tech Talk.
5AA Tech Talk with Richard Pascoe.
Yes, it is Richard Pascoe in the house, thanks to Harvey Norman Computers, your technology specialist. Good afternoon.
And isn't it a great day?
Hallelujah, the sun is out.
Sun shining, birds are chirping.
It took me an extra, I reckon, 30 seconds to get in the car this morning because I opened the door and I just stood there before I got in, just with the sun on my face.
Exactly right. I was doing that today. I was just sitting there and it's just absolutely wonderful, lovely breeze.
I reckon there'll be a lot of just daydreamers out there today because it's that perfect temperature.
It is a wonderful day.
And I reckon
for
that's the sun out there. That's the good vitamin D. You know,
yes.
just that's the right
Not
amount.
the bad vitamin D.
Not too much. No. You know, like the sun's a nice temperature. You know, it's not going to burn you like the summer heat. Anyway,
which is coming.
It is coming. Hey, let's chat about the Google Pixel 7 phone. What are your thoughts on it?
Google very kindly sent me 2 phones for review and the watch on there. Honestly, I've got to say to people out there, and this is for all the Android people who complain that I never talk about Android devices, because I do cop a lot of flack for that. They're a lovely phone. They're probably the Android phone of choice for me now. Getting lots of feedback about it. They're a very, very good phone. Great camera on there. High definition voice, so that they improve your voice quality on there. And quite, you know, if somebody rang in with one now, we will be able to tell. It cleans,
it's really clear.
Very clear. And Google are tweaking that all the time. As we all know, a smartphone is all about the what, Jade?
I don't know, the camera.
The camera. There we go. You know, the camera. The camera. And this is probably the first time I've ever come on and talked about a phone and said, you know what? You can make phone calls with it. And they sound really good. I haven't been able to do that before. You know, the camera is absolutely wonderful in low light conditions. I posted a couple of photos from the balcony here at 5AA last night in the dark. Look, absolutely great. Wonderful, wonderful phone. It's a very good value for the phone. The Google Pixel Pro starts at $1,299. And the normal Google Pixel starts at $999. Some of the things that the camera does, you'll see on the TV, it can unblur faces on it. It works well.
Okay.
It really does. And you can cut people out. So if you take a scene, you suddenly, some bloke photo bombs in the back, you can actually remove him.
That's clever.
Which is very clever.
You can't do that on the Apple phones, can you?
No.
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
Okie dokie.
So it's really got battery life's excellent, easily getting more than a day out of it. So yeah, honestly, it's the Android phone of choice.
And
for me.
would you just mentioned how much they are to buy outright. Would you do that, or would you get on a plan?
I'd put them on a plan. Mm-hmm. You know, that's always the easiest way, because it's going to last you 3 years, 5 years of updates in there as well. So that's a very good thing.
If you would like to ask Richard a question about phones, TVs, scams, can be anything at all, 82230000 is the number to call.
Off to see somebody tomorrow who got scammed.
Not again.
Again.
One every 8 minutes.
We haven't had... I know. It's amazing figures. And I said to this poor woman on the phone, I said, you know I'm going to tell you off, don't you? And she went... Yeah, I do, Richard. And she said, I deserve it as well.
Yeah, but no, she doesn't. I mean...
They do.
I'm
really, you know...
I know you're very strict with people on this.
Because I don't want them to do it again. That's the thing. And, you know, I've been to people's places and they go, oh, poor you, Jade, you did that and we'll feel sorry. And I go, no, you did something wrong. You let somebody log on to your banking. How could you ever do that? I mean, if I walked in, if I went and saw Ben and said, "Hey Ben, just log into your banking, sit in front of me, go and make coffee, right, so I can have a look," you'd never do. You'd never do it.
What happened to her?
I think she lost a couple of $1,000.
And someone asked if they could log on to her bank account. Is that what happened?
She fell for the Microsoft one, came on the screen. She rang the number. You've got a problem with your computer. Notice you've got a problem with your banking as well.
Oh.
Let's log on to your bank for it.
That's not great, is it?
No.
Let's talk to Michael in Nailsworth. Hello, Michael.
Hello, how are you, Bo?
Very good.
Good, Michael.
That's good, thank you. Look, I've just got a question. I've got a Google Gmail account, which I use for just about everything.
Yes.
In the last 3 months, I've started missing emails that people are sending me from various places. And what I've noticed is there's about 4 or 5 different inboxes now with different sort of names like promotions and social and updates and... Yeah, I'm struggling to keep up with it, and people are sending me emails and I'm not looking in the right box, and I'm missing things. I wonder if there's a way that I can go about this to make it a bit easier.
Do you want it all consolidated into one box?
Yeah, that'd probably be easier, I suppose.
Right, so if you go on to, you're doing this through the Gmail, through Chrome on a desktop?
No, I'm doing it on my phone.
In the settings in there, Michael, there is advanced settings, and you're able to turn those boxes off.
Right. Okay.
And then everything will go through.
All right. Beautiful. That resolved my inquiry. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Michael.
Cheers, Michael. Have a good afternoon. And if you'd like to watch Richard's pretty face, you can do so by jumping onto Facebook or YouTube. That is thanks to Foodland Supermarkets. A little wave to everybody tuning in. New iPads are on their way.
They are. You'll be able to get them next, starting from the 26th of October. Price has gone up slightly to $749 for the basic iPad. Come in 4 different colours now: blue, what I describe as a pink, a yellow, and a silver on there. It's the iPad for everybody. Sometimes you go into certain retailers out there and they'll say you need the $1,000 or the $1,100 one, Jade. Honestly, 99% of people there don't need it. I'll talk about the iPad Pro in a moment. It will edit audio, it will edit video on there for you. It might not do as quick as the Pro, but it will still go along and do it. You can draw on the screen, you can get a keyboard for it. It's gone up about $100, that's all. It's a wonderful device. It's now got USB-C charging on there, which means... And I'd say next year, with the new iPhones when they come out, and I know we've only just had the iPhone 14 come out, and the rumours are already starting for the iPhone 15. It's the way of tech. Okay. That I think they're all going to go over to USB-C, which is good.
What's that?
That's a different port on there just to go along.
Oh, I think I've got that, and it's super annoying because I've got about 100 of the old ones.
You've got a Lightning port on that.
Oh.
That's a Lightning port.
Okay.
So, because you've already got an iPhone, but it'll be one port to rule them all. So you don't have to take, you go away, and you go away quite, a fair bit. One charger.
Oh, please bring that on. How have they not thought of that 10 years ago? Because they needed to sell stuff.
Need to sell stuff. The European Union is really putting pressure on all the suppliers now to go along and say, too many chargers in the box, and you only need one thing, the USB-C one.
Yay to
Which
them.
I think, so new iPads coming out, be able to pick them up next week. New iPad Pros as well. Just an incremental upgrade to both. That's why we didn't see any of the big razzle-dazzle out there.
Can I ask about the iPad? I mean, that sounds like it's basically replacing the computer almost. What would you need?
For a lot of people, it is replacing the computer because you can get a keyboard with it.
Yeah.
If you write some Word documents, if you go on the internet, you want to edit some audio, it really is a device to buy. No viruses, no malware. Don't have to worry about any of that.
Why not?
Because Apple run their things differently, and I'm sure I'll get some Windows bloke message me later on, so Apple do get viruses. In all the years I've been doing this, I've never seen a genuine virus on an Apple product.
Truly.
So, you might go to a website and it corrupts. Google will be a bit broken. You come in and fix Google, or you come in and fix Safari, and it's all back to normal again. Doesn't do the same level of damage that it does on on a Windows computer. And I've got to say, Windows have tidied everything up as well. I haven't seen a badly infected computer for a good 2 or 3 years now.
Till you came across mine.
Yeah, no, yours was fine. So yes.
I reckon I've had mine now for maybe 8 years. So
but yours was running well the last time I played with it.
No, there's still some websites that I can't go to that just won't download it. It'll just be a page full of words.
We have to update your operating system on that.
Oh.
That's what we have to do.
Oh, okay, I'll book you in.
All right, it's good.
We're going to take a short break. If you'd like to talk tech and ask Richard any questions at all, phones, scams, TVs, computers, laptops, anything at all, 8223 0000.
Hurry now to beat the price rise and get a van that always delivers with the LDV Deliver 9. Get 10.9 cubic metre cargo capacity plus turbo diesel engine, all from just $42,490 drive away for ABN holders. Visit a dealer today and beat the price rise. The Deliver 9. It always delivers. LDV. Bring it on. New stock vehicles only. T's and C's and exclusions at ldvautomotive.com.au.
Look around your house and yard. If you see old tools, broken bike frames, an old fridge and even that old car, don't look at it as junk, look at it as dollar signs. At Nor Metals, our priority is to give you the best value for your scrap metal disposal. We offer cash for scrap Monday to Friday and Saturday mornings for a range of different steel supplies and car components, including bodies and radiators. Get cash for your scrap at Nor Metals, 255 Grand Junction Road, Ottawa.
Ladies, is the need to wee all the time making your life a misery? Caruso's Wee Less to the rescue. Caruso's Wee Less relieves the annoying and inconvenient feeling that you need to go to the bathroom too often and supports bladder health and function. So if your need to wee all the time is getting in the way of enjoying life, try Caruso's Wee Less today. Caruso's Wee Less is made in Australia, comes with a money-back guarantee and is available from leading pharmacies and health food stores. Always read the label and follow the directions for use.
2,999,999, 3 million.
That's how many Outback sleepers have been sold in the last 20 years. Want to know how many are still going strong?
1, 2.
It's 3 million. All of them were manufactured using the strongest concrete, designed to last for generations by a company that only manufactures concrete sleepers. Ask for the brand Outback Sleepers, sold at over 60 local landscaping and hardware stockists. Or look online at outbacksleepers.com.au.
It's value the Australian way at Coles, with 10% off selected Coles MasterCard gift cards. Buy a $100 or $250 Coles MasterCard and receive 10% off the total cost. Offer ends Tuesday. In-store only. T's and C's apply.
Race into Tyre Power and take pole position during the Great Race Sale. The crew from Tyre Power is giving you the power to buy 3 and get 1 free on selected Kumho tyres. Put your pedal to the metal and visit tyrepower.com.au or call 13 21 91 during Tyre Power's Great Race Sale.
If you're heading to the 4x4 Adventure Show at Wavell Showgrounds, visit the TJM stand in the Wavell Pavilion. They've got cracking deals on everything you need to get off-road, including bull bars, suspension, recovery gear and roof racks. Check out vehicles decked out with the latest TJM gear, plus the Patriot camper range and the Isuzu D-Max with Camp King gear ready for touring. TJM at the 4x4 Adventure Show this Friday, Saturday and Sunday.
Jade Robran, talking Adelaide on 1395 5AA.
Welcome back to Afternoons on this beautiful day here in Adelaide and across South Australia on this Wednesday, October 19. We are talking tech with Richard Pascoe, all thanks to Harvey Norman Computers, your technology specialists.
Don't be shy. Give me a call.
Call in. He's here to answer all your questions about phones, scams, you name it. Hey, I wanted to ask you, I got Vino Mofo, it is a company that delivers wine. Yeah. So I am a member, and they did the right thing, sent an email saying that they noticed a bit of movement in their tech department, and they were calling in the experts, and that my details could be compromised.
They are.
Okay, so what is compromised?
You would think, Jade, with everything that has gone on, that every business around Australia would have locked down everything now, don't you?
Yeah, but
and
how
thrown
do you?
every bit of resource at it.
Yeah.
You could say right now your email address, your date of birth on there because you've got to give that in because you're over 18. Sorry to break that to everybody because you're buying alcohol.
If you're looking at the live stream, thanks to Foodland Supermarkets, you would see that I am over the age.
No, we look like we're in our 30s, don't we, Jade? Which is good. So
we need to put Vaseline on the screen so that we
do the old Doris Day trick.
So we do look 18.
So we do. All your details are basically out there. Again, so as well, it's like the My Deal website with Woolworths as well. There's 2.2 million customers have had all their details released on that.
So what? Go in and change all my passwords.
If you used for Vino Mofo, so if you use the same password on that, if you use it elsewhere, most people don't. So try and log on to the Vino Mofo website, and if it populates itself in there, change the password.
Yeah, okay. Good advice.
They should all be ashamed of themselves.
I just feel like I'm doing this almost weekly.
Yeah, yes. We're getting into a bit of shock about this. So it's all the time.
Yeah, which is pushing me off these sites, I have to be honest.
Yeah.
Let's talk to Chris in Christie's Beach. Hello, Chris.
Yeah, hi, Jade. Hi, Richard.
Hi, Chris.
Richard.
Yes.
I think I may have asked you this before. My iPad, the internet keeps on dropping out at home. My other devices are fine.
Right.
My iPad is probably just on 12 months old.
Right.
I have forgotten the network and then gone back in and put my password in.
Yep.
And then I'll be sitting there and I might be Googling or whatever, and then the internet will just randomly drop out of my iPad. Everything else will be fine. And then it might decide to come back on about 2-3 minutes later, or it will drop, it will just stay off, and then I'll have to go turn the Wi-Fi off, turn it back on.
Yep.
Hopefully then it comes back on. If not, I've got to go back in, forget the network, and do it again that way.
And if you reset the network settings?
Yes, I have.
The only other thing I might recommend for you before, you might, who's your supplier?
Who do I buy it from?
Yeah, no, who supplies your internet?
Telstra.
Telstra. How old's the modem?
Oh, the modem's only new.
Only new.
Recently updated, yep.
I might go in and change the name.
Right.
So, Chris from Christie's Beach Wi-Fi network.
Right, okay.
All right? And then, change your password, put that on there, and do it that way. All right?
All right, cool. All right, fantastic.
Thanks, Chris. Chris, before you go, the other thing is, it's only a year old. Book it into the Genius Bar, right?
Right.
And get them to have a look at it, because they can plug it into a machine if there's anything wrong with it. So there might be a slight problem on there. They'll look after you in there.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
All right.
All right, we'll do.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, Chris. Can I ask you, I've got a little bit of a theory. You sign up to a company for your internet and it's all running really fast and really great for, let's say, the first month. Then it slows right down. Do they do that intentionally?
No, I don't think they do. If they do, they should be ashamed of themselves. No, I don't think so. I think more people...
So what do I do then?
So yours have just slowed right down.
Yeah, it has. It's really annoying.
It's not the first time I'm hearing this as well, around the place.
And I bought the top...
Who's your provider?
Origin. Because I bundled it all up into my electricity and my gas.
Yep.
And then I bought the top one because we run the home office.
Yeah,
and
I know.
All of that bizzo.
Yep.
And just one device won't work, one TV won't work, or you'll stream a KO footy game and it glitches in this. It's
I was just going to say, it's a lot of the time it's the Wi-Fi connections throughout the house.
Mm. So you need those booster things.
Google Nest Wi-Fi.
Google Nest Wi-Fi.
Google Nest Wi-Fi.
Okay.
You might know somebody who can come and install it for you.
Yes, I know, and I need you to look at my computer.
Yeah.
Would you like me to set you up in the spare room?
There we go.
You seem to be at our house quite sometimes. Let's talk to David. Hello, David.
Yeah, hi guys. How you going? Richard, how are you?
Good, David.
Good question. I need to buy myself a new laptop. I haven't bought one in many, many years. So I've got two questions. First question is, when you buy it off the shelf, does it come already with Windows? And
Yes.
if it doesn't, the shop, I'm assuming, will either try and sell me Windows. Do
No.
I have to buy it from them, or can I buy it elsewhere?
It's already all installed, David. Comes with Windows. They all come with Office as well, which you're going to have to buy, and then that will activate.
Actually, sorry, I think you've answered my question. I made a mistake, not Windows. Sorry, it was Office. I need because I'm going to be studying. I need Microsoft Office. Sorry. Yep. So if that won't come with, did you say?
No,
sorry,
it's all
Richard,
it's in. I can't think of a laptop that doesn't have Office on it, but you need to go along and pay and get it activated.
Oh, so okay. So and do you have to do that through the store you brought it?
No,
from?
you don't. No, you do it straight through Microsoft.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, David.
Thank you, David. What's this about one of your customers or being charged for Netflix for 5 years?
And still cannot use it. Their son will be listening this afternoon. So it's a lesson about being careful about what you sign up for.
Okay.
So went into a retailer, not the one that we normally talk of, not Harvey Norman. On there, signed up with a deal with Telstra, which included Netflix, and finally after 5 years of trying to get it to work, they decided to ring me, had no idea what their username or their password was, and I sent them into to go back into a Telstra store to get it all set up. Had all sorts of issues on there. They've got to go back again this week. If you buy something, make sure it works. Don't just ignore it, because they're paying for it.
That's a long time.
5 years. And if you don't understand, you've got to get some help.
Yeah. And it's fine to ask for help too.
It is fine to ask, that it's onus on the retailer to go along and say, that's fine, Jade. This is how you log on and do it, because I'm just going on and pay for it. It's simple, just go home and do it. And we've got some listeners out there who would be probably very interested in going along and doing that, but make sure that you get some help.
Let's talk now to Ben. Hello, Ben.
Hi, g'day, Jade. How you going?
Good, buddy.
G'day, Richard.
Hi, Ben.
Just got an issue with my computer. It's an Acer Aspire, and got it back in 2016. The battery won't hold its charge, right? So every time I charge it up, so it's fully charged, about an hour later, the thing will just go flat.
It's a dead battery.
Right.
You can go along and get if you message me, Ben, I'll tell you where to go to get a new battery if you want to. Do you carry it around with you, Ben?
No, not at all.
So it just really sits there?
Yeah, pretty much. I don't actually use it that much. Probably because I've got a lot of health issues, and so I don't really use it all that much. So
Ben, just leave it plugged in. Don't buy a new battery for it.
Not an issue at all?
No, not an issue at all.
Okay, one other question.
Yeah.
This is regarding YouTube. To the best of your knowledge, do YouTube videos have what I would call a use-by date, where essentially they will delete old videos to make room for new content?
No, unless the person who's put it up there has got rid of them.
Okay, yeah. There's an old video I was looking for, and I just can't find it anymore, so I thought, I didn't know why.
Yeah, sometimes, the person has uploaded something, they say, we're going to wipe all this off and start again.
Oh,
okay.
But
YouTube won't do it.
Okay, great. Right. Thanks for your help today, mate.
Thanks, Ben.
Thank you, Ben. Has Apple making TVs now?
A little Apple TV box, so that you can go along and get, let's say, KO, Netflix, Stan, all the apps go on there. You plug it into your TV, and I've got to say that the update that they've just put out now means that people will say, well, Netflix is already on my TV. Why would I get the Apple TV on?
Yeah, I was going to ask that.
Hate to say it, the Apple TV Netflix through the Apple TV looks a bit better than just through the normal TV. Because they cache the content to make sure they can spit it all down and make sure the blacks look black, the reds look red. And there's a new one coming out next week. It's about $219. And they keep all the apps up to date. Because sometimes we'll get 5 or 6 year old TVs and suddenly ABC won't work and SBS won't work. So it'll all kept up to date on the Apple TV. All the apps are done and you don't have to worry about it on the TV. TV should be about having a good picture, and that's it, and let something else handle all of those apps.
Ah, okay, so that eliminates me then going into my other little, I've got to press all these different buttons on my remote, finding the apps, then sifting through all the apps and then finding what I'm at, and then they're like, okay, you got to upload it before you watch your program.
So I've done KO on a TV,
yeah,
and then I've done KO through the Apple TV.
Yes.
KO through the Apple TV works brilliantly. Sometimes it can go along and drop out on the other one.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Makes sense now. And you're at the Age Well Expo tomorrow.
Yes.
What's that?
It's an expo for seniors out there I'll be giving a talk about. cybersecurity.
Brilliant.
So come down and see me.
Nice.
It's
Whereabouts?
just off South Road where the new Crows development will be.
Theberton Oval. Thank you so much. We are going to take a really short break. Coming up afterwards, the Lucky Dumpling Markets. They're coming back to Elder Park, and we've got a little taste test coming your way. So if you are at home, jump online and download us. Thanks to Foodland Supermarkets on YouTube or Facebook.
This is Adelaide's FIVEAA.
Good afternoon, I'm Michaela Kamarek. Mandatory COVID vaccination for SA's key health workers will come to an end next month. Next Tuesday's federal budget is expected to show power prices could spike by at least 20% next year. The opposition is pushing for laws to be tightened amid concern China is trying to recruit Australian and UK pilots. Mostly sunny this afternoon, currently it's 24 degrees. More news at 4 o'clock and As It Happens on 5AA.
Dave Benson Caravans puts it all on show at this year's 4x4 Adventure Show. It's your chance to see and feel the all-new feature-packed Australian-built Cub Camper C16 caravan, designed for luxury, engineered for adventure. Also on display, Dave Benson Caravans is showing off the new range of fully off-road Highline caravans. Dave Benson Caravans puts it all on show at this year's 4x4 Adventure Show. Get to stand H3 Adelaide Showgrounds Friday 21st until Sunday 23rd.
Living with diabetes? Manage your glucose with 0 finger pricks. Freestyle Libre 2, now subsidised for all people with type 1 diabetes. Upgrade at subsidychecker.com.au. Always follow the directions for use. Read the warnings before purchase.
IGA's Price Match Promise. We checked, we matched, you won't pay more. Every week we check and match the regular price of the big 2 supermarkets on hundreds of everyday products. Just look out for the Price Match tickets in store. Participating stores only. See website for full terms.
The wait is over. Renew your passport and prepare to fall in love with Europe all over again. From the idyllic islands of Greece, delights of Iceland, picturesque waterways of Germany and France to the glittering waters of the Med, Philhoffen Travel have the perfect event to inspire you. With over 15 European specialists, the European Showcase, Philhoffen Travel Glenelg, Saturday 29th of October, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Free entry, register today, pht.com.au.
Everyone loves their local, so what are the best pubs in SA? The winners of the 2022 SA Hotel Industry Awards for Excellence have been announced in 38 categories. Best marketed venues were the Mayfair Adelaide and Maylands Hotel. Best redeveloped hotel metro is the Res. Outstanding community service and support goes to the Highway. Best bistro outer metro retail outlet and best overall hotel metro goes to the Sterling Hotel. For a full list of the winners, go to the AHASA website.
5AA's Business Lounge with Leith Forrest.
Well, I'm here with Kathy Nagel, Chief Executive Officer of Western Hospital. Welcome back, Kathy.
Thanks for having me, Leith.
So we know cancer diagnosis, it's a traumatic and an emotional life event. How does Western support patients, their friends and their family?
Well, experienced nursing staff are often the cornerstone when providing outstanding care, and we have some beautiful people here at Western. We pride ourselves on assisting our community for the past 25 years in the fight against cancer within our friendly chemotherapy unit.
So having a strong support system makes such a huge difference, doesn't it, during a tough time?
Absolutely.
So when the patients are diagnosed with cancer, they often require multiple treatments at once. How does Western help?
We strive to be a one-stop healthcare hub with access to our GP clinic, radiology, pathology, medical and surgical specialties, pharmacy, inpatient care and more within one location.
Thank you, Kathy. If you'd like to find out more about the cancer support services at Western Hospital, visit westernhospital.com.au or give them a call on 8159 1200.
$13.95. Adelaide's FIVEAA. This is Jade Robran.
Welcome back to Afternoons. You're listening to Jade Robran on 5AA. And just wanted to let you know I have got a message here and I will pass it on to Richard Pascoe. Richard is still in the little waiting room there, and it says, if someone has passed and we need to access their iPad, is there any way to get into it without using the password? So I will pass that question on to Richard Pascoe, who is giving me a no, I'm sorry, that is not possible. Sorry about that. The Lucky Dumpling Market. It returns to the banks of the River Torrens at Elder Park tomorrow night for 4 weekends, and organisers have told me it's going to be bigger and more delicious than ever before, and we're lucky to get a bit of an in-house preview of some of the yummy food offerings. I've got Chef Ragani in the studio with me. We love hearing that things are going to be bigger and better and more delicious. Tell us a little bit about the markets. What can we expect?
Well, it's absolutely fabulous dumpling-wise. I mean, I don't think there's been such a variety of dumplings anywhere in the world. I'm sure it's some kind of record because we've got, I mean, not just Chinese dumplings, but we've got Thai dumplings, Nepalese dumplings, Taiwanese dumplings, Middle Eastern dumplings, Korean dumplings. So, you just name a country and it's there, and it's absolutely fantastic because who doesn't like a dumpling?
Oh, everyone loves a dumpling. But I must admit, when I think of dumplings, you go into the Chinese markets and, you have dumplings. But to think about nearly every corner of the globe that's going to be represented with dumplings, talk to me about a Vietnamese dumpling. What do they look like?
So I think, well, the dumpling itself, so, it could be steamed or it can be fried or even like a pot sticker. So that's all there. But what the Vietnamese difference, I think, is, their sauces and their beautiful sort of sweet, sour, fresh mint and coriander and ginger and all that sort of stuff. So, yes, I think with a fish sauce, so all that, I think, goes into play more than, the dumpling itself.
Yeah, for sure. What about a Malay dumpling?
So Malay dumplings, they actually, I think, one of them last time I saw was like a laksa dumplings. So they had a laksa sauce on the dumpling itself. So, yeah, I don't actually know what they're doing this time, but I would assume it's something very similar.
What about Indian dumplings?
Okay, so Indian dumplings, and we had to make up this story, and we thought we were making up something new because we said we were going to do a butter chicken dumpling. This is about 3 years ago. And there was all these emails back and forth from the festival directors and so on saying, oh, there's no such thing, blah, blah. And then somebody came up and said, there is. I researched it on Facebook, and apparently there is really a butter chicken dumpling.
Oh,
and
yum.
now we found that out. And yes, it's so we put a butter chicken filling in a dumpling, and then we actually fry it like a wonton, and then cover it up with some, or not cover it, but drizzle it with some butter chicken sauce and slices of char-grilled butter chicken on top. So it is lovely.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Okay, what are you offering at the market?
So everyone has to have a dumpling, so that dumpling will be there. But we are also doing some other things as well. So we've got one of the things that I want to show you today, which is called a nancho. And not a nacho, but a nancho.
I like it.
Yeah, so we made this up for the Lucky Dumpling Market again a few years ago, and it's just gone crazy. I mean, it's just a new way of eating butter chicken and cheese naan, but it's sort of crispy naan, and it is then on a bed of butter chicken sauce covered with some beautiful char-grilled small pieces of chicken tikka, again covered with cheese, nice bitey cheddar cheese, and then it is torched, so you get all the cheese melting through the naan and the chicken. It's yum.
Oh, my golly. Okay, I'm drooling this because it sounds amazing. And if you could smell what this smell is in this studio, you would be too. If you'd like to jump onto the live stream, thanks to Foodland Supermarkets, you will see all the beautiful, delicious ingredients, and you're going to put one together for us. Is that right?
I am.
Excellent. Let's get cooking. So what have you got in front of you right now?
Okay, so basically, as I said, it's two things. So, well, three. So you've got your butter chicken sauce, and we're going to just do that quickly. Then there's also a marinated chicken, which is char-grilled, and it's chicken tikka. But at home, one can do it under the grill or on the barbie or in the oven, of course.
Okay.
And then we also have the naan bread. So that's really something, I mean, the three things that's going to make this up. And the naan, you might have a leftover naan from last night's takeout, or next time when you get your naan bread, just buy some extra and freeze them, because frozen is fine for this dish.
Oh, perfect.
So,
and sometimes you can buy them from the supermarket. I mean, I know that they're a little bit more dense, but they still do the trick, don't they?
Yes, and for this recipe, I think they'll work just okay.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. All right, get to work. This looks beautiful.
Work. All right, so we'll start maybe with the marinade first. So you can use really any, well, make sure it's good good one, but any kind of a tandoori mix. And sometimes people say, why tandoori? Because you're doing butter chicken, shouldn't you call it a butter chicken? And the reason, no, because tandoori is really a first step for butter chicken.
Okay.
Lots of people don't realize that, I'm going to use a knife here. It usually rips off
Been a
quite
little bit
nicely.
stubborn. Now, is that your personal little
Yes,
marinade?
so as I was saying, you can probably buy, you've probably got one in your house, a tandoori mix, but this is our personal one that we make here in Adelaide, and it's just fantastic because it's all natural. There's no preservatives, MSG, gluten, nothing like that. And it's really fresh because we make it in tiny, tiny quantities because this is something really important with spice that we're seeing
Yes.
around, it's losing all its taste. So, yeah, this is
So what's it
ours.
called?
So this is Ragini's or Easy Tandoori Mix.
Oh, perfect. So named after you.
Yeah, well,
Is this a family
It's good.
recipe?
It is, I must say. I mean, every person, every household in India probably has their own, because even if it's a little different, they lay claim to, no, this is going to be better. I don't know how far this is true, but yeah, I mean, I'll do like this, and so do lots of people who've tried it. So,
Oh,
yeah,
yours smells
we
pretty
use this.
good. That
Plus,
smells
I didn't have to go shopping. I can just steal this.
Nice. Okay, so that goes into the bowl.
So that's just going into the bowl, and then we don't need a lot because this actually is enough for about 3 kilos of chicken.
Wow. All right. So if you don't use all of that, can you put it in the freezer?
Yeah, you just reseal and actually it just stays in your normal cupboard.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
So that's all very, very simple. And now if you want dairy, if you're okay with dairy and you've got yogurt in the fridge, you can put some yogurt in. But if you don't worry, because vinegar works just as well. Because the idea is to tenderize, so, and to, of course, get a nice flavor as well, but mainly to tenderize the chicken. So we're just going to put in a few drops of white vinegar just there.
Yeah.
And there is no salt in any of these. So we are going to, if you are like me and like your salt,
I do
you
too.
might want to put a little bit
Nice
of
little generous
salt
pinch.
in. Yeah, generous, be generous. And just give that a mix. And you're ready. So I didn't want to bring in any raw chicken. Oh, it's a hot day today, but have your thigh normally is a nicer cut of chicken to use for tikkas and so on. Tikka actually means a boneless piece of meat. So lots of times people don't know, you're so used to saying chicken tikka, but it actually is a boneless piece. So
It's not the sauce.
Yes, it's not the
right.
sauce. So here we go. And we're just going, if we had our chicken, we would add the chicken tikka thigh fillet,
And
which
how
is
long would you
skinless.
marinate that for?
If you're really organized, overnight's good.
Okay.
But if you're not, then 4 hours will do. Minimum 4 hours. The taste gets into the chicken and also tenderizes. So that's the important bit. So that's all done. And I do have some.
Something you prepared a little
I
earlier.
don't like saying that, but I have to say that today. So yeah, one I prepared earlier. So we
Oh,
have,
they look gorgeous.
Yeah, and these have been char grilled actually, so they've got that. Don't worry if, when you go to a restaurant or anywhere, your chicken's a little bit charred like that, because that really shows that you've got all that flavor and smokiness and lovely stuff in there. So that's ready. And also for this recipe, I need to really cut it up into smaller pieces. So, when we assemble it, everyone's going to get quite a few little pieces. So that's all done. Then we also have, of course, our sauce that we're going to make up. And this is really important again because a nice butter chicken sauce will be, so much more sort of complex in a way, not just sweet. Too many restaurants have this icky dessert almost. I don't know, it's not
You can't
a
eat
savory
it.
dish.
No,
It's awful,
no, I'm with
ugly.
you.
I don't know why people think that Australians have to be treated to this sweet delight, but it's not. You don't have to. So we're going to quickly make up this sauce, which is very easy. So I like going a bit Italian and using some passata, but any tinned tomato or in season, of course, lovely Romas, vine ripened tomatoes would be lovely.
Yeah.
So
Some
put in
tomato
some
puree.
Tomato puree, and then again a tiny bit of salt. Also, a tiny bit of sugar.
I think there's a little bit of a myth that you think butter chicken is, this big clump of butter and cream. Is that true?
Not really. The name butter chicken, first of all, butter is mainly a garnish it's a refers to the butteriness of the whole dish, because unlike a lot of other Indian dishes where we don't really strain and take the seeds out and skin out of tomato, stuff like that, butter chicken being a restaurant dish, they had lots and lots of apprentices, especially in India, to do this stuff. So they were straining the sauce and getting them smooth and velvety, and that's where the butter comes in. So it's not referring to the tons of butter that you're putting in. You do have a little blob of butter at the end just to give it that really nice flavor, but it's not full of butter. No, it's all texture.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've got salt and sugar and tomato, and I am also going to pop in the secret ingredient, which of course is the fenugreek leaves. So these are dry fenugreek, and you just sort of break them up a little bit to get more flavor. Everyone probably knows about the fenugreek seeds, which are the little brown seeds. But this is what grows like a watercress kind of thing. You can actually grow it at home if you wanted to in a pot. And it's a winter thing, but maybe winter's going on for so long, it'll grow. But this just gives it that distinctive flavor. So what's happening in here, you're sort of rich because of the lots of tomato in there. But now we're going to break that up with our leaves. So they just go in. And again, the traditional thing is to add dairy cream.
Yes.
But again, there's so many people who want to do, not dairy-free.
or lactose intolerant.
Yeah, and also, vegetarians can forget the chicken part, but do a vegetarian version.
Easy.
Yeah, and so I'd like to use, today I'm using normal cream being traditional, I suppose, but I like to use almond cream. And we are so lucky in South Australia, we have beautiful almond cream here. It's just the perfect thing to add to your butter chicken sauce.
Okay. And that doesn't necessarily taste like almonds, does it? It's just that it gives that tiny little nutty flavour which would actually complement that dish.
It just gives a lovely creamy flavour actually. And so, if you can't have dairy, don't despair at all. So that's going in
Don't
there.
have to go without.
Yeah, not at all. And give that a bit of a mix.
Oh, this
and
smells
it looks a bit white now,
really
but
beautiful.
when you cook it, then the redness of the sauce comes out. So the sugar that's added is only to break up the acidity of the tomato.
Yeah.
It is not to make it a syrupy, whatever. So all right, so I've got all my things ready. So I'm going to just start off plating this. If
absolutely
you're ready, okay. So
this recipe you can get at the Dumpling Lucky Market.
Absolutely.
Lovely.
Yes.
All right, let's put it together.
Right, so we're going to go with some
This is
sauce
about
at
the time that
bottom.
all the sports boys start circling around and coming to test all the food.
Well,
I'm not
this
going to
is
let
to
them
be
today.
yummy. And then we will put the chopped.
So this is a really fun sharing dish to have at the market.
It absolutely is. Everyone. It's sort of like the nacho concept.
Yeah.
But just a little different.
Why not?
All right. So we've got those, two things there now. And then I have got this naan, which is like what you would buy. But then we've just cut it up and crisp fried it. Now, if you don't want to fry, generally, you don't like frying, it's fine. You just put some butter or ghee, something like that on top, and then pop it in the oven again, or just on a fry pan just to crisp it up a bit, and that works fine.
And voila.
As well, yeah.
That looks absolutely beautiful.
So we are going... I heard about those boys, so I'm putting lots of that in.
No, we're not going to let them have any.
And then finally, some nice grated... I like mature cheese, cheddar, but, one can do all kinds of things. And actually, we were just at the Cheese Fest and we used the buff curd as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which was lovely. So, you can play around with what cheese is in your, at home, in the fridge.
That looks absolutely
Okay,
beautiful.
and
And
then-
you will be at the beautiful... Oh, okay, now we're bringing out the fire. Hey, okay.
Can't do without that.
Oh, wow. Okay, we've got smoke. I hope there's not a smoke alarm. Tammy's just told me we need to stop that just in case the fire alarm goes off. Thank you so much. A bit of theatrics in the studio. The Lucky Dumpling Markets. It returns to the banks of the River Torrens at Elder Park tomorrow night. Looking forward to seeing you there. We'll be back soon.
Thank you.
Caroline Wilson joins the FIVEAA Sports Show every Thursday afternoon from 5.
Thanks to Harvey Norman Clearance Centre.
Great range with manufacturer's warranties.
Harvey Norman Clearance Centre.
919 Marion Road, Marion.
Hi, it's Sean from Automasters. This outside brake pad is the one we're concerned about.
Now you can see what we see.
If I come down here, this is your front shock absorber.
AutoCam.
So I'd like to flush that system out for you too.
Real-time video sent direct to you from your Automasters technician.
He wants to run a little engine flush through to help get out that old oil that's in there.
See any issue firsthand. How good? Real-time reporting with instant SMS approval. Call 1300 Automasters. Great service guaranteed.
Thomas and Friends All Engines Go storybooks have arrived, exclusive to Drake's supermarkets. Collect the whole set of 10 books, then pick up the collector's tin to store your complete collection for only $15. Simply purchase a specially marked product in an eligible transaction over $30 to get your free Thomas and Friends All Engines Go storybook and start collecting your set today. Drake's, ingredients for every day.
If you're heading to the 4x4 Adventure Show at Wavell Showgrounds, visit the TJM stand in the Wavell Pavilion. They've got cracking deals on everything you need to get off-road, including bull bars, suspension, recovery gear and roof racks. Check out vehicles decked out with the latest TJM gear, plus the Patriot camper range and the Isuzu D-Max with Camp King gear ready for touring. TJM at the 4x4 Adventure Show this Friday, Saturday and Sunday.
Adelaide is coming up roses. Be surrounded by thousands of stunning roses at the Adelaide International Rose and Garden Expo. Enjoy spectacular rose blooms, floral and plant displays, expert gardening advice, garden products galore, free activities for the kids and more. Gather your fellow garden lovers for the Adelaide International Rose and Garden Expo. Adelaide Convention Centre, October 28 to 30. Tickets are $20 with children under 14 free. Book at roseexpo.au. That's roseexpo.au.
G'day, what you looking at? Shh, be quiet. Oh, what you looking at?
Oh, well, isn't it obvious? It's remarkable. The detail and finish of Michelangelo with the raw beauty of Monet. I've never seen anything like it.
I have. I've got one at home. Drive on it every day.
What? What do you mean? That's ridiculous.
It's an exposed aggregate driveway. Beautiful.
Right, who's the artist?
Adelaide Exposed Concrete. Best on ground all year round.
Time to renovate and want Aussie made? Check out Beaumont's Aussie made specials. Not $40 a square metre, priced from just $17.95. All other Aussie floor tiles 20% off, plus hybrid flooring up to 20% off too. Choose Beaumont's and save.
AutoCam.
So this is the air filter out of your car.
Real-time video sent direct to you from your Automasters technician.
It's not actually the wheel bearing. What it is, the handbrake.
AutoCam. Real-time reporting with instant SMS approval. Call 1300 Automasters.
Jade Robran on 1395 Adelaide's FIVEAA.
Welcome back to Afternoons. Well, crisis diverted. The sprinklers didn't go off. We didn't have the fire alarm go off. But Tammy's face was absolutely priceless. I hope the cameras captured her reaction when that big fire came out. Brilliant. Now, the Royals are heading down under. Will Adelaide be lucky enough to have a royal visit? Well, let's ask our royal correspondent, Natalie Oliveri from 9 Honey. Natalie, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Jade. It is all very exciting, isn't it?
It is. So what's been announced?
Well, look, I have to say, firstly, that it has not been confirmed, but the New South Wales Parliament put out a release overnight saying that there would be a highly anticipated royal tour in 2024. Now, this is to coincide with the bicentenary of the New South Wales Parliament, the nation's first parliament. Now, they have said that a royal tour, and I quote, is highly anticipated. So that's about it. Buckingham Palace has refused to comment at this stage, but we do believe it will happen because we are very overdue for a royal visit. Now, 2024, it's still another year and a bit away, but we're likely to see the new King Charles, and his wife, Camilla, the Queen Consort. But there's also rumours that it could be Prince William and Catherine and even their 3 children. But look, what I think is going to happen next year, in the year of the coronation, hopefully we're going to get a royal visit then, and then maybe this will be followed by the King coming in 2024, because it would be following in the footsteps of his mother, the late Queen Elizabeth II, who opened Parliament several times during her previous visits. She also came to Australia a year after her coronation. So King Charles's coronation is next year, and then it would make sense for him to visit the following year. So waiting to hear from Buckingham Palace now.
Interesting timing too, because look, like it or not, the conversation of whether we become a republic or whether we don't will certainly be had and will gain momentum. So this is very good timing from them as well.
I think so, and that's why I do believe that we are going to see a royal visit sooner than 2024. Look, Prince William and Kate, they had been rumoured to be visiting in Australia, back in 2020. Now, of course, the COVID-19 pandemic hit. They obviously had to cancel that. Nothing had actually been announced at the time, but we did think that they were going to visit to sort of meet communities affected by the bushfires and also the floods. Now, of course, those things are still happening, in particular the floods. So it would make sense that the Wales family would come out next year also to increase the support for the monarchy, because, yes, we are talking about the move to becoming a republic, and surely King Charles will want to squash or quash any of that talk at the moment, especially in the year of his coronation. And look, we're likely to see royals sort of dispatched around the Commonwealth in celebration of that momentous occasion next year, just like the royal family did with the Queen's Platinum Jubilee this year. Australia, of course, missed out on a royal visit. We did have Princess Anne here for a day, but that was to celebrate the bicentenary of the Royal Easter Show and not connected with the Platinum Jubilee. But, William and Kate, they went to the Caribbean, so there has been a few royal visits around the Commonwealth, but we missed out, so that's why I think next year, hopefully, we'll see something, and then, of course, in 2024, most likely, the King and his wife will be here.
Natalie, thank you so much, and for more on that, you can head to 9 Honey. This week we are celebrating Zenith Caravans, our FIVEAA Business of the Week. Explore Australia this summer with a Zenith Caravan. Stock is available immediately. You can visit zenithcaravans.com.au. The sports show is up next. Thank you so much for your company today, and I look forward to joining you all again tomorrow. Have a great afternoon.
Early evenings with John Blake.
Will Goodings is an expert on Wangwangafuni. He hates them.
Well, so does Graham.
Graham Goodings, really?
He hates them too.
I didn't think Graham Goodings hated anybody. The Goodings are full of hate.
But they're cute and cuddly.